What's good, YouTube? My name is Isaiah, and this is day 53 of reading every single day for 30 minutes for the rest of my life. Tonight we have the Fellowship of the Ring. I'm loving this book. We got 30 minutes on the clock, and we are at the top of page 112. Let's get it. Let's go. 30 minutes starting now. Here we go. They had supper in the kitchen on a table near the fire. I suppose you three won't want mushrooms again, said Fredegar without much hope. Yes, we shall, cried Pippin. They're mine, said Frodo, given to me by Mrs. Maggot, a queen among farmers' wives. Take your greedy hands away, and I'll serve them. Hobbits have a passion for mushrooms, surpassing even the greediest likings of big people. A fact which partly explains young Frodo's long expeditions to the renowned fields of the marsh, and the wrath of the injured maggot. On this occasion, there was plenty for all, even according to Hobbit standards. There were also many other things to follow, and they had finished. Even fatter Bolger heaved a sigh of content. They pushed back to the table and drew around the fire. We'll clear up later, said Merry. Now tell me all about it. I guess that you've been having adventures, which was not quite fair without me. I want a full account, and most of all I want to know what the matter with old Maggot, and why he spoke to me like that. He sounded almost as if he was scared, if that is possible. We have all been scared, said Pippin, after a pause, in which Frodo stared at the fire and did not speak. You would have been too, if you had been chased for 2 days by black riders. And what are they? Black figures riding on black horses, answered Pippin. If Frodo won't talk, I will tell you the whole tale from the beginning. He then gave a full account of their journey from the time they left Hobbiton. Sam gave various supporting nods for exclamations. Frodo remained silent. I should think you were making it all up, said Merry, if I had not seen that black shape on the landing stage and heard the queer sound in Maggot's voice. What did you make it of all, Frodo? Cousin Frodo had been very close, said Pippin, but the time has come for him to open out. So far we have given nothing more to go on than Farmer Maggot's guess that it has something to do with Bilbo's treasure. That was the only guess, said Frodo hastily. Maggot does not know anything. Old Maggot is a shrewd fellow, said Merry. A lot goes on behind his round face that does not come out in his talk. I've heard that he used to go into the old forest at one time, and he has the reputation of knowing a good many strange things. But you can at least tell us, Frodo, whether you think his guess good or bad. I think, answered Frodo slowly, that it was a good guess as far as it goes. There is a connection with Bilbo's old adventures, and the writers are looking, or perhaps one ought to say searching, for him or for me, I also fear. If you want to know, that is not a joke at all. And windows and walls, as if he was afraid they would suddenly give way. The others looked at him in silence and exchanged meaning glances among themselves. It's coming out in a minute, whispered Pippin to Merry. Merry nodded. Well, said Frodo at last, sitting up and straightening his back as if he had made a decision, I can't keep it dark any longer. I have got something to tell you all, but I don't know quite how to begin. I think I could help you, said Merry quietly, by telling you some of it myself. What do you mean? Said Frodo, looking at him anxiously. Just this, my dear old Frodo. You are miserable because you don't know how to say goodbye. You meant to leave the Shire, of course, but danger has come on sooner than you expected, and now you are making up for your mind to go at once, and you don't want to. We are very sorry for you. Frodo opened his mouth and shut it again. His look of surprise was so comical they all laughed. Dear old Frodo, said Pippin, did you really think you had all dust in all of our eyes? You have not been nearly careful or clever enough for that. You have obviously been planning to go and saying farewell to all your hunts, all this year since April. We have constantly heard your muttering, 'Shall I ever look down into the valley again, I wonder?' and things like that, and pretending that you had come to the end of your money, and actually selling your beloved Bagan to all those Sackville Baganese, and all those close talks with Gandalf." "Good heavens!" said Frodo. "I thought I had been careful and clever. I don't know what Gandalf would say." "Is all the Shire discussing my departure, then?" "Oh, no," said Merry. "Don't worry about that. The secret won't keep us for long, of course, but at present it is, I think, only known to us conspirators. After all, you must remember that we know you well, and are often with you. We can usually guess that you are thinking rather closely ever since he left. I thought you would go after him sooner or later. Indeed, I expected you to go sooner, and lately we have been very anxious. We have been terrified that you might give us the slip and go off suddenly, all on your own like he did. Ever since the spring we have kept our eyes open and done a great deal of planning to our own account. You are not going to escape so easily." I'm going to read in my head now. Oh my god, this is funny. Mary, the character that they're staying with over in their like hut, after meeting the elves and everything and waiting, to go to Brandybuck. Um, because, the Black Riders are chasing them and the enemy is chasing them, trying to get the ring. Mary just said, they're talking about going into the Old Forest, instead of taking the main road, starting in the morning, so they can get to Brandybuck, Buckland. And she said, I have been in several times, usually in daylight, of course, when the trees are sleepy and fairly quiet. She's saying it's okay to be in the Old Forest when the Old Forest is really bad. It's just funny. Chapter 6: The Old Forest. Frodo woke suddenly. Now I'm gonna speak. Frodo woke suddenly. It was still dark in the room. Merry was standing there with a candle in one hand and banging on the door with the other. "All right, what is it?" said Frodo, still shaken and bewildered. "What is it?" cried Merry. "It is time to get up. It is 4:30 and very foggy." I want to read it in my head, guys. I feel like I should start doing that now. Maybe. Is that a good idea? Because I feel like when I read it in my head, low-key, I feel like I'm understanding it more. But it's obviously good to pace myself with speaking slowly, and I think that's what helps, you know what I mean, when you're speaking it. But when you're thinking it, you understand it just a little bit better, you know what I mean? When you're reading it in your head. I think that's what I'm going to do. I got it. Switch my reading position.
Fuck them. You run this motherfucker. They can't stop you on a fucking Tuesday. How they gonna stop you? How the fuck are they gonna stop you? Get up off the fucking couch. Look at yourself in the mirror and just spit at the mirror. Fuck you, cocksucker. I'm going out there to get what's belonged to me. Fuck that.
That was day 53 of reading every single day for 30 minutes for the rest of my life. Let's go. We are at the top of page 124. See y'all in day 54.